You're on mute, bro.
All right, welcome to the Raw Talk Football TV Premier League debate show. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Got myself, Shaq with Tobias. All right, Chelsea 4, Spurs 1. Have Chelsea turned the corner?
Yeah, bro. They scored what, 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, and this is in extra time. This is just after Son just missed a great chance. Like, Chelsea struggled to break down 9 men, and 9 men with the highest line I've ever seen.
Oh my god,
Because
it was crazy.
It's either Ange still thinks he's playing against Partick Thistle and them, man,
Hearts
or
away.
he just looked at Chelsea and showed them no respect, because that line was he killed his team in the end.
But don't you think it was working for what? Don't you think it was working for a bit? They were playing a high line. They were still a threat, and the goalkeeper was playing that sweeper keeper to a T. So his defense would be for like they didn't really carve them open. They were playing bait, but they always looked like they were in the game still. To me, when I was watching the game, Chelsea never looked like they were in control of the game, not once until the last 10 minutes of the game when they scored 3 goals from nowhere.
So how can you tell me that they bloody?
I'm asking the question, bruv. I'm asking the question. Man, I'm just saying. I'm asking you the question. You get me? I'm asking you the question.
Just as what you said, yes, it was working, but it's working. That just shows the lack of creativity that Chelsea have got currently in the centre midfield. I've got to say something now. Enzo gets plaudits from everyone. Enzo sneaks under the radar. I'm not sure how. There's not many players that can come for 130 mil and do what he's done. Do you know what I mean?
In a sense of what?
In the sense of he's meant to be dictating play, the creative force. You would have thought that game today, 9 men, he would have took that game by the scruff of the neck. He didn't. I saw Gallagher more than Enzo today. Tell me what Enzo done today that stood out. Really and truly, he's a passenger in that game today for me. He's good on. He looks nice on the ball, so I get it. But how does he affect the game? Do you know what I mean? I haven't really seen it. So I think for everyone always focuses on price tags, and Chelsea are one of the greatest teams as getting away with it. I think I've said it before. They've signed the players that they've signed for the money they have, but nothing ever gets spoken negatively about it. If you know what I mean, these players just play with no pressure, it seems. But Enzo was one for just something I just picked up on, because even when Maddison done more in the time he was on the field than Enzo did in the whole game.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I think you could have done more. I think you could have gotten the ball more. But I think it's more of a collective at Chelsea. I thought they were just so erratic. They made the game pinball, especially even when they had 9 men, where I was screaming before they scored. I was screaming, just keep the football, and just pick the pass, and you'll get in. And they were playing the balls over the top, and the goalkeeper's coming out and sliding. And then one time they kept it for about 10, 12 passes, slid in Sterling to Jackson, goal. I just think that this Chelsea team is anywhere between 8th and 10th. I don't see them getting any higher than that. I think they're very erratic. In my opinion, I don't think they've turned a corner. I think they were quite lucky. I think if Spurs had 11 players on the pitch, they win that game comfortably. And to tell the truth, this is the first time I'm actually impressed with Spurs, where I'm thinking they will get top 4 if they play like that, because they showed fight and passion. Before that that Spurs team would have crumbled. So I think Ange is doing something at Spurs, and I think they're going to be a very good side, even with the injuries, because they were always in the game, and fair play to them.
No, I hear what you're saying. They've got more as a collective, and even the players that are coming on. So there doesn't seem to be much discontent, but it's quite easy in the honeymoon period, which I'm still calling it. So, I have been highly impressed with what he's done there. Now's he's going to be his first test.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of injuries. Then he's going to go back to type, and Dyer's going to end up in the team. So we all know how that can happen. What happens there, and that high line with Dyer in the team, I don't think it works the same.
Two of their centre halves are out. Let's talk about Romero. I think Romero as a defender, I've been saying for years, for the last couple of years, I think he's one of the best. As a defender, he's in the top 3 or 4 best defenders in the league. But his temperament and his red mist all the time, he is like a ticking time bomb waiting to happen. You just knew after he kicked Levi Caldwell, you might as well took him off the pitch because you knew this was coming. And the tackle he done, he meant to do him. He wanted to get the ball, but he wanted to go through him. But he didn't show no experience. He didn't do it properly. He showed too much aggression of trying to hurt the player, and he gets sent off. And this guy does it all the time because as a defender, he's a proper defender, old school defender, proper defend. But he won't play for any of the big sides because he's just a headless chicken.
I like him. You've got a mistake in him. I like him, but like the thing that I liked about today is that, don't get me wrong, I didn't like it at all because I thought it was only him. Only he could be one up and be angry. Do you know what I'm saying? Why are you angry at one up? Like, you know, if you're 2 down or something,
yeah,
like,
your head goes.
That's the type of thing I'm looking at. My team and I'm watching. I'm thinking, someone just go through someone. Do you know what I'm saying? But the interesting thing about it was against Enzo, wasn't it? It was versus Enzo, his international teammate. I found that a bit weird, but I don't think he even.
No friends, man. No friends, though.
He just, no friends. I hear what you're saying, but yeah, he's taking no prisoners. But that was just reckless. Yeah, if you're looking to be in a position that Tottenham, I suspect now you're looking at him, and for what he's saying he wants to do the best they can and title talks in the conversation. So if you are looking for that sort of things, for those sort of things, Romero having the capability of making those type of decisions doesn't help anyone at all, because that was just madness. You can't be one up, cruising, by the way, controlling the game, and then just do something so reckless and it just turns everything. Not nowadays. You can't get away with it now. Any excuse.
100%.
Any excuse. And again, even then, though, why is it taking them so long to make a decision?
Yeah, you know what? Because they've been so much under pressure over previous decisions. They're scared. They're scared shitless to get things wrong. Even the one, I think the one with Dyer, you could see he was offside. Like, you could see by the naked eye. It took about 10 minutes. They were so shocked to get that right that they need to take their time, breathe, draw the lines, but you can tell he's offside.
But even the Sterling one was they took time on that. Like, why are you taking so long?
Time. They don't want to get things wrong.
Hurry up, man. And the one about the Romero one is that I'm sick of the ref going over to the camera just to say yes.
Just
do you know what I'm saying? If he's telling you need to look again, then you know you're going to end up changing your mind in it. So just point to the penalty spot in it. Let's just call it what it is. I think I've seen it once where the ref done that. I don't think I've seen that ref again.
Yeah. Do
you know what I'm saying? So you're just doing it. This is just
even if you disagree, you have to give it because you just know. Yeah,
it's theatrics now. You know what I'm saying? So now you're wasting everyone's time, and then he watches the replay back 4 times. Like, you're gonna do exactly what you've been told to do. So just hurry up and do it and keep the game moving. It just seems like these always want to be talked about for whatever reason. And the game is flowing well, and it's all this stop and start. It needs to be a bit quicker because people moan about throw-ins, mate. Bar decisions, no matter what it is, these are just taking an eternity. So sort it out.
And say this game, I think is one of the most exciting games I've watched in a long time. It lacked quality. It lacked quality. It lacked really. If you deep the game, the quality wise was terrible. But for entertainment and carnage and drama and excitement, it was a really, really, really good game. There's want to touch on
not just a good game; it was a good derby. Because like this is what you expect from derbies. I think
it was a throwback, though. You don't get derbies like this. This was a throwback. This was a throwback. This has
been missing out of a lot of the games because beforehand, within derbies, it was never quality anyway.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. But it was excitement. But this one, it's not usually like that for a while. This was a proper throwback.
Yeah. So I think I wasn't angry with what I was seeing at all. It was an exciting game, and Tottenham, they'll take heart from it regardless. Like the scoreline flatters Chelsea massively.
That's what I'm saying. Talking about the scoreline and flattered massively. No disrespect to Nicholas Jackson. I think in that game he was absolutely terrible. He could have had about 6 goals. I think this is one of the worst hat tricks I've ever seen in my life. It was so unconvincing.
He nearly missed
You know
all
what?
of them.
I know, and the thing is, he's got a hat trick, but I don't think this hat trick gives him confidence. I still think he's back to square one. It wasn't a hat trick where you think like, I'm flying. This was a hat trick. It was like, how have I got a hat trick? It's a state of where the centre forwards are, but I thought it was a terrible hat trick.
I was going to say that it's a state of, I can't help it. It's like the Maguire syndrome with you. I can't help but mention him at times, but he reminds me of Nunes so much.
He does everything.
You know, like you look at him and he does so much things well.
Yeah, those are attributes.
Then you
no composure.
Zero composure. But the decision making across the whole of the Chelsea team today was just horrendous. The Cucurella one, what was he doing?
Mad.
Like, what were you? You should just square the ball.
100%. Pochettino. I think Pochettino knows. I think you can tell he was flipping angry. Really, he's looking like that. We got away with one. This 4-1 is flattered us. We were terrible, really. And
I will say though, Chelsea are playing as what they are. They're strangers.
Yeah.
Like, even I ain't gonna lie, half of the Chelsea man, I don't even know.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who's Leslie? That come on. What is he on? I don't know what. No. Listen, I don't know what Chelsea are on, but they're playing exactly as what they are, and their transfer sort of dealings have just put them in this position. But that's just madness. The team just looks. Who's a regular now? Like, where's the identity really? Like, who's been there? I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird one for Chelsea.
100%. All right, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel.
Hold on a minute. Are you really
We're gonna talk about Liverpool Luton on Thursday. You can talk about it. We didn't lose, so it don't matter. You got like we lost the game. So
I'm not we lost the game.
And tell the truth, a point doesn't look that bad if you look on the flipping table right now. To Spurs losing, Arsenal losing, we've gained a point, which is crazy. It's a weird week. Man City the biggest winners. Man City the biggest winners, but we've gained a point. We've got closer to what.
But it was Luton now. Don't get me wrong. I need 100%. To be careful because we've got Luton next week.
On that note, we are Real Talk Football TV. We are out.